A light taco or light bean burrito free. That white corn shell will cost you nada. Real light cheddar cheese, we're giving it away. Seasoned lean beef, coming at you. Sunday, make any purchase, get a light taco or light bean burrito free. Your skepticism just might bite the dust.
What guy hasn't experienced it? You couldn't be happier. You're absolutely devoted. And boom, something goes wrong. So you start saying, that's it, no more, because I'll never feel the same way again. But you know what? Time passes and you feel different, and boom, you're back together. Come on, make up. Opening day, don't miss it, because you'll only hate yourself if you do. Maybe not today, maybe not next week, but someday you'll be in the car and you go, boom, what the hell happened there?
We are back in New York, and the Pittsburgh Steelers certainly didn't waste any time by selecting Mark Bruner, tight end from Washington, to replace Eric Green, with the Cowboys now on the clock. And Joe, this one, we all had it up. And once Green was gone,
the home of the tight ends.
Right.
Pittsburgh. Find Ron Earhart, find a tight end. That's basically what you're dealing with. Russ Francis, 34 receptions, 77 through 80. Mark Bavaro, 85 through 90, 44 receptions. Average per year, obviously. Eric Green, 92 to 94 now in Miami. You look at the touchdown production that they average per year. Ron Earhart likes to work with tight ends. He likes to use them in the running game. He likes to use them to block. Now, Bruner had 90 catches in school, so he has the ability to catch it. May not get down the field, but you're not looking for a guy to go 20, 30 yards downfield. What you're looking for is a guy to move 10, 12, 14 yards, make the big play for you on third down, get down around the goal line, put his big body on a defensive back and make a play. I think they got the man they wanted. Matter of fact, I'm sure they did.
Mel, he's pretty close to Brady, right, on the charts?
Not much separating them, Chris. When you really talk about Mark Bruner, you're talking about one of the more competitive athletes in this draft. Lee Corso loved him at the Hula Bowl, thought he was one of the more dominant, inspiring players that he had in that particular game. And you watch him here, 6'4.5", 245 pounds. He can block extremely well, almost operates like an extra offensive tackle for you. And like I say, a very fiery football player. If you watch him move for a big kid, he gets out quickly, and he holds and sustains that block down the field. That's why one of the reasons why Napoleon Kaufman was so effective getting outside. Watch him in the short range. This is in the slop at the East-West game. You see him getting down the field, make the catch, with his hands, extending the arms and hands to pull in the reception. He's the kind of kid that is exactly what you're looking for in a tight end. He doesn't have the flashy speed, athletic ability, but he does the job as an inline blocker, great hands, and I'll tell you, he'll pick up right where Eric Green left off.
So Bruner to the Steelers, Kyle Brady earlier, tight end to the Jets, only the second time in the last 15 years that we've had two tight ends go in the first round. Happened in '92 when both New York teams, Derrick Brown, Giants, Johnny Mitchell, the Jets. Let's go to Mark Malone to finish your thought. The Steelers didn't even let you finish the sentence, Mark.
No, they did. And are there any 16 jerseys out there in the crowd? That's what I want to know, Boomer.
We're looking. We're looking.
Okay. But let me just add this, that I talked to GM Tom Donahoe of the Steelers. They thought, as Mel Kiper said, that Bruner was as good as Kyle Brady. There wasn't much fall-off. And they were disappointed in Eric Green because of his weight a little bit. He wasn't able to separate from people. He wasn't the consistent blocker. They like Bruner's ability to drive block, and they like his ability to get down the field and create some separation in those seam routes off the play action. So this is a great acquisition for him. They've lost Eric Green, and there's been a lot of concern about who you replace Eric Green with. Well, they didn't think Mark Bruner would be around. The fact that he is has really helped this football team out. Boomer?
All right, Mark, we've sent a man out to go buy a number 16 jersey, though, and bring it in here ASAP. The Cowboys, we look at their war room. They're on the clock with the Chargers next. 5 picks left. And the first round will be, as they say in France, East Flag.
Moving on now to bill number 483, the corporate salad bar surtax.
Every year, these guys come up with 500 more reasons for you to hire us.
Yes. Moving on to mothers-in-law in the workplace.
After the ball is over.
Daily exposure to everything from payroll to 401ks can cause premature aging.
When's lunch? I need a nap.
Can I have your list, sir? A 30-inch door? No problem. Honey, I'm home. 2x4s, we have thousands of them. Drywall, we have tons of it. Here at the Home Depot, we have over 40,000 items. Look at the size of this place.
Protect your home's exterior wood with Bear Plus 10 Exterior Stain. With an incredible selection of super durable, solid, and semi-transparent colors. Low price every day at the Home Depot.
my side. Yes, it is. Time is on my side.
At 5:01, work time ends and Miller time begins. Because nothing finishes a day like a beer that always finishes smooth. Miller High Life, your time,
yes, it
Miller
is.
time.
Wrapped up in clover. The night I looked at you.
Try me. I'll be good to you, baby. Outside, hey, we provide everything here at ESPN. The entertainment inside and the entertainment outside. Our ESPN Draft Dodgers fans assembled for just today. Beautiful day outdoors here in Manhattan. Jamming it out, and we're jamming it in. Hey, you know, Carson, Letterman, eat your heart. We've got our own band here.
Chris Berman and the Draft Dodgers.
The Draft Dodgers. That's how rumors start now. I was too young for that. The Dallas Cowboys are on the clock with under 7 minutes to go. As we've heard Chris Myers say, they're not necessarily thrilled with what's there at this point. Do they slide out? They've got to make their top pick count. Last year, Cincinnati Carter, jury's still way out on him. Let's go down to Big D and join Chris Myers. Chris?
All right, they still think Cincinnati Carter can play, and Larry Allen was a big pick for them that came through. But the Dallas Cowboys, we have a trade, Chris. I feel like Paul Tagliabue here, the commissioner. We have a trade. The Cowboys have traded their first pick, the 28th overall selection, to the Tampa Bay Bucks for a pair of second-round choices. That would be Tampa's 41st selection, the 41st overall in the draft, the second-round choice of Tampa Bay, and also the 63rd selection. Moments ago in the Dallas War Room, this is what transpired as Jerry Jones, Larry Lacewell, Barry Switzer working the phones. Again, the Cowboys figured a matter of economics. They'd have to pay $700,000 or $800,000 for a first-round selection. A second-round player cost them maybe half that, so they can get two players to help their team versus paying one that they believed would not be a starter. So Tampa Bay gets the Cowboys pick, and Dallas gets two more selections along with their own in the second round. For more, let's go down to Tampa and Gary Danielson.
All right, thanks, Chris. Tampa, again, really getting the benefits of that move-down trade when they were able to get Warren Sapp. They have 3 number 2s going into the second round. Talking to the people before this draft, there was still a big need for a linebacker. Remember, this was a defense that played a 4-2-5 nickel situation defense through the whole game last year. I kind of think that they're maneuvering themselves for Derrick Brooks, the linebacker from Florida State. That'd be a good pick. Sam Weiss told me that he was ready to move at the end of the first round if his guy was available. This might be that move. Chris?
All right, Gary, thank you, and thank you, Chris. So the Buccaneers very busy, moving down, now moving up. So Tampa Bay would end up with 2 first-round selections. We have 5 picks left in the first round. Tampa Bay, and only one of them was there at the start of the day. Tampa Bay, San Diego, Cleveland, Kansas City, and Green Bay. That's how the end of the first round will work. I set the over-under at the first round at 5:53.5 minutes. And so we got about an hour to go. We got to get 5 picks in. I played the under. It's going to be close. Pick is coming in for the Buccaneers. We'll see if Gary had this one corralled. Let's go up to the podium. Or maybe not quite yet. Could be a long name.
A pronunciation.
Well, here's the blue draft card and then the pick. So we haven't had the trade card. I mean, we have not had that announced here yet.
Dallas has traded its pick to Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, with the 28th pick in the first round, has selected linebacker from Florida State, Derrick Brooks. And in return for that pick, Dallas acquires 2 picks from Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's second-round pick in this draft, which is number 41, and the 63rd selection in this draft, which Tampa Bay had acquired from Philadelphia. So Dallas has the 41st and the 63rd pick in this draft.
Well, we had Derrick Brooks a couple of picks early. He's a good player. And the Buccaneers now have gone with Warren Sapp on the defensive front. And he's gone with Derrick Brooks at linebacker. So defense, the move for Sam Weish in Tampa. First year under new ownership, the Glazer family, Mel.
Well, Derrick Brooks is a 6 foot and a quarter, 227-pound, undersized linebacker. It's going to have to fit into that type of scheme down in Tampa. When you really look at him at Florida State, great tackler in the open field, remarkable job, always around the ball. Intense football player, great instincts. There he is picking up the fumble, scooping it up, and when he gets into the broken field, he's a defensive back. As I said, only 227 pounds, runs pretty well, maybe in the 4.65 range. That's why he really couldn't project to a safety spot in the NFL. He had to be a true linebacker. Look at him chase down Greg DeLong there, a tight end in the open field again. I think he'll be one of the best special teams tacklers in the NFL right away. See the ability there around the ball. Comes away with the interception, but as a tackler, a special teams guy, a coverage linebacker in their scheme, he'll fit in pretty well to a team, Chris, that's pretty desperate for some outside linebackers.
Not only are they desperate, Mel, but I think you have to take a look at the sequence of events that have transpired. You have a new defensive coordinator in Rusty Tillman down there. Remember Rufus Porter in Seattle, where Rusty Tillman was the defensive coordinator? This guy fits in almost to the perfect mold of a Rufus Porter. Not real big, give you a great rush off the corner, relentless effort, and if he does get his hands on the ball, there's a chance you wind up with points. So it looks like Rusty's getting some people to fit into the philosophy that he wants to teach and preach and have in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, if he can be a player like Rufus Porter, they would have a heck of a pick. And fans in Tampa will know these players. Warren Sapp and Derrick Brooks both played college ball in the state. Now they're playing at the Big Sombrero, the Dodgers.
I didn't like the calling circle. I didn't like the list. I felt uncomfortable about giving out people's names.
Even if you weren't to call anyone outside of your calling circle, it's the fact that you have to call within the calling circle.
It's too much of a hassle.
Make it simple. Make it real.
Well, with AT&T True Savings, it is simple. Spend just $10 a month. Subtract 25% off your AT&T bill. Guaranteed.
I want the flexibility, so when I feel like calling one friend or another, somebody I haven't talked to in a while, I just pick up the phone and call them.
And the more you talk, the more you save. Spend $50 a month and subtract 30% off your AT&T bill. So switch today and switch free.
Simpler the better, and that seems pretty simple to me.
MCI customers, for relief, call now. 1-800-GET-TRUE.
Frankly, I'd much prefer to stay with AT&T.
Your true voice.
So how's it looking for the Blackhawks?
Well, it's a shorter season. We've had to put things together a little quicker. You know, we had to pick up the pace a little bit. But I think the guys adapted pretty well. You know, they've gained half a step.
Announcing Taco Bell Border Lights. They're about taste. They're about flavor. They're about 6 grams of fat.
What?
Skeptical? You won't be, because this Sunday only, when you make any purchase, you can get a light taco or light bean burrito free. That white corn shell will cost you nada. Real light cheddar cheese, we're giving it away. Seasoned lean beef, coming at you. Sunday, make any purchase, get a light taco or light bean burrito free. Your skepticism just might bite the dust.
It's a major breakthrough in auto protectant technology. Formula 2001 Super Protectant. It provides a more brilliant, longer-lasting shine than Armor All on vinyl and leather. And look, in the Arizona desert, Formula 2001 brought back the shine to UV-faded vinyl, rubber, even leather. Get the new standard in automotive protectant technology. Formula 2001, with 50% more active shining ingredients than Armor All.